All right, homies. I'm in sunny Melbourne town at the folks' place, and I want to talk to you this morning about procrastination. In particular, well, let me reframe it first. Procrastination is the question you ask yourself is, why the hell am I not doing that thing that I know I should be doing, which is confusing and frustrating and a real pain in the ass. And I want to explain to you why we do that, first of all. Now, I'm going to do this video after going through ASM and clearing some blockages. And so I'm going to get into what happens first. Initially, the reason it's confusing is because you know logically exactly why you should be doing that thing. Now, that thing for you might be exercising, it could be quitting a job, it could be going for a new job, it might be starting a particular thing in your business, for example. So for me, it's been putting action into the men's retreats, and I'm going to start running some again in Central Australia. So first of all, even though logically you know you've got all the reasons why you should be doing this thing, that doesn't matter, because the human body, or humans, act on emotion, not on logic, okay? And if you check in, if I just ask you to think of the thing you're procrastinating on, think about it, you create a picture in your mind. If I say go do that thing, you'll feel a feeling in your body, and it'll be a negative feeling. Normally right around here. Generally, for procrastinating, there's some sort of fear or uncomfortable feeling that stops us going towards it. So, that's what would normally happen if you think about the thing you need to do. We act on emotions. So even though logically you're making up the ideas why, your body won't act until the emotions are positive. So what needs to happen is, or the reason why, first of all, is that your body wants to stay safe. Okay, so safety is number one. Only somewhere further down the list is your happiness. So even though you might have all these lists of things of how could be happy for you, unconsciously there is some danger or discomfort with you doing the thing. So that's all well and good, the theory of it, but what we want to know is what can you do tool-wise to make this happen? So I've got two simple tools that I think are powerful to changing this. Tool number one, I learned from doing a pickup course in America. It was with a company called The Art of Charm. So what happens when you go to approach a group of girls, especially attractive girls, and you're not very confident, initially the first thing that happens in your head is you get a picture, you see the girls, then you have a picture of yourself getting rejected. Your brain does this to stop you going there because the fear of rejection is painful, fear of failure. So you get that picture, you feel the feeling in the guts of discomfort, and you don't go approach them. What we were taught is, in the course, as soon as you see the girls, begin a practice of making immediately a positive picture in your mind. And the positive picture in that situation was, you see yourself being funny, the girls thinking you're funny, seeing yourself confident. You've got to vividly imagine it in such a vivid way that you feel the positive feelings in your body. If you don't feel the positive feelings, you're not vividly imagining it properly. Once the feelings are there, you go immediately in. I realize on coming back how this is perfect. This is a big metaphor for lots of parts of our life. In the same way, it can help us with procrastination. What's happening despite logically why you should go do the thing you know you should be doing, your unconscious has a different picture, which is a negative one, and you're immediately seeing the negative picture. And so, you can, as one quick tool, flip it. Create the positive picture of what you should be doing, or rather, of what you would like to be doing instead. But you have to make it so vivid in your mind, vividly make that a reality in your mind until you feel the positive feelings in your body, and then you will approach it, okay? Making it so real in your body. The thing is, it is challenging to do this because your unconscious does not want you to go there. It actively thinks you're going to get hurt, and that might be emotional pain, fear of rejection, fear of failure. And so it makes it, your brain saying, don't flip this to a good picture because you're going to get hurt. So you've got to have a motivation. Now, the number one motivation that leads to the discipline is less to do with the physical action of taking a step. If it's going exercise and get out the door, it's less to do with that than it is to do with changing these thoughts in your brain. Number one, it starts with having the pride in yourself, or the respect for yourself, and how you feel that you should feel good, that will start it. I want to feel good, and I know that if I do the thing, I'll feel good, and so I'm willing to consider flipping this picture in my mind. Try this number one, okay? Flip the picture in your mind to the positive, okay, of just what you're seeing. The initial picture is negative, so for example, me running these men's retreats, it has been, I see myself in the desert, I'm not getting change, maybe no one comes along because they can't make it, I'm charging too much, all these limiting beliefs come up. Now, none of those are serving me. They are serving me in not running the event, and there's no risk of failure that way if I don't do it. But then there's also no risk of actually living a fun life at all. I'm just living a pretty boring life, okay? So if you want to live a life full of passion, you've got to take action. And so my respect for myself is I want to start making the flip. That's number one. The second tool you can use is straight out of Tony Robbins' book, which is creating pain, because we are naturally driven away from pain, and creating the pleasure as well. Now in my life, I would say people call me disciplined in exercise, and it's not that the term discipline actually comes from two things. One, if I don't exercise, I fucking hate the feeling of being anxious, feeling like a slob because I'm not doing the work, and I feel like I've wasted a day if I don't do some exercise, so 5-6 days a week. And I know that if I do the exercise, one, I burn off the energy and anxiety in my brain. I feel good, like it releases endorphins in my body. I feel proud of myself. And the other benefits are you look better, you keep your weight, you look sexy, all those things come with it as well. They are programmed in my brain, so there's no need for discipline so much as the average person, because I'm very clear. I just get very clear on the pain and the pleasure, and that naturally gets the discipline to get me out of bed and do it. In the same way, you can do the thing for what you're procrastinating on. This takes a bit more effort, but just get clear on, the best way is to write it down or get clear on what pain will I experience if I do not do the thing, as deeply as you can until you feel the pain of not doing it. What pleasure will I experience if I do the thing? What could I experience if I do the thing, until you feel the positive benefits there? That's pain away, pleasure towards. Try one of those two tools and see what happens. In fact, post below on the thing that you're procrastinating on and tell me if this works. One of these tools works. And if it doesn't, tell me what does happen instead, and I'll hone the message to make it work for you. All right, homies, have fun. See you.